visualization, and it's going to be about past lives. So, good morning, everybody, again. So, we are here today to have the experience of a regression, to maybe to know what we have, where we were in a past life, and how this experience can help us in the life we are having now, to know ourselves better, to understand ourselves better, and to heal. As always, this is with positive vibes, and to try to heal us, and at the same time, when we heal ourselves, we heal the whole world. I hope you are okay, you are fine, you are happy, and we are going to start immediately because it's 12 o'clock. So feel comfortable, sit down or lie down. I am transmitting this in Facebook and in Zoom. I remind you that when you join me with Zoom, you follow as well the images and the PowerPoint presentation that I have been done. But you are welcome as well, my Facebook sister goddesses. Okay, so we are going to start with the healing meditation to relax. Again, sit down comfortable or lay down. And we are going to be aware of our breathing. As always, let's go. Always in your own rhythm. So please breathe in and breathe out. Just to relax, just to disconnect and to be with you, because this time is for you, just for you and what you are going to experience with this meditation. So first we are going to release all the tensions accumulated in our body, our mind, and our heart. We are going to start with our jaw, mouth, teeth, tongue. Relax and breathe in and breathe out. Normally, we tend to store lots of tensions and frustrations in this area. So this is why it's important to put our awareness in this area and to let it go. Very good. Now we move to our ears to improve our auditive feelings and also to release, because also from here we store so many anger, frustration, or when people are complaining or things that we don't want to hear. So there is a energy accumulated in our ears. So this is why it's good to release it. Let's go. Always a bit of theater helps. Experience for yourself. Make sound when you release. Yes, we are getting there. to connect with ourselves. But we were in our ears. So take time to release because even listening the news or listening people complaining is like, oh my God, yes. So we need, yes, to let it go. We don't need it in our system. Very good. Now we go to our brain. And also, so much stress, anxiety, memories. So we are going just to be aware of all our cells, our neurons of our brain, and we are going to connect with them, putting our awareness there, because what we are doing is honoring our body. Since you were born, your body is working. You don't need to say, I am going to move my hand. Yes, I am going to make my hair grow. I am going to open my eyes. We do it. Our body is our machine. It's our universe. So let's go to our brain, put our awareness there, and relax and release all these old memories from the past, that is, they are not useful, the stress, anxiety, just to make the space free for our neurons to work better, to improve every day. Of course, with love, unconditional love. Very good. Now we move to our neck, our throat, our communication tool. And as well, sometimes we can express ourselves as we want because we are afraid to offend or we think it's better to keep it here. So now it's time to release it. And we are going to make a sound. And in this way, the vibration of the sound is going to heal all this area in our body again. This sound is going to be Om. Yes, easy one. Let's go. Om. And again, always in your own rhythm. Let's go again. Om. Sorry, I need to do something. Keep with the sound, please. Please, the one sing soon, can you mute sound and video, please? Right, we continue. Sorry about that. Right, what? I don't know what I am doing. Sorry, with Zoom. Okay, we continue. Please, Iluna, can you mute your video, my darling? Okay, we continue. We continue. We were doing the sound with our throat. Good. Now we are going to move to our shoulders. Okay. So we are going to move very gentle our shoulders to release from here all these responsibilities, all our effort that we have always to control our life or our world. And sometimes we need just to trust. And this is very easy to say, very difficult to do it. But it's important that I remember this. We need to trust. What is in our hands, we do our best. But there are things that they are not in our control. We need to let them go and trust to the universe, or to the Virgin Mary, or the angels, or the fairies, or the goddess to help us to achieve it. So saying that, we are going to move again, very gentle, our shoulders. Just to let it go. To be free. Because this is the main thing. To be free, free spirits. Not all the time being in the mind, our mind. No, we are here to be free. And I can feel there are still some tensions here. So I would like that now spend 1 minute, yes, examining yourself, what is in your control and what is not, just to let it go. Breathe in and breathe out when you need to. Very good. Now I can start feeling that our wings are growing and they are more free. So now we move another area of our body, like is our stomach, our abdomen. So we put our beautiful hands there in our abdomen, and we are going to be aware of our internal organs. Because they are you. We are not talking about anybody else. This is you. So be aware. Put your awareness, your consciousness here and listen. What your abdomen is telling you. Breathe in and breathe out when you need to. You can move your hands as well along your abdomen, even under your stomach, and our sexual organs as well to heal them. Breathe in and breathe out when you need to. Very good. And we move now our hands to our knees, legs, feet. But as I always said, go on your own rhythm. If you need to have more time in the abdomen, stay in the abdomen. And we put our hands in our knees to release the fears, anxieties for the future. The knees, that is the legs, your feet, your toes. And as well, listen what your legs they are telling you. Also, it's important to know it is your right leg or your left limb who is talking to you. The left side is always dealing with emotions, and the right one is dealing always with logic, rationality, meaning career, profession, work, money. Very good. So now with this detox in our body, we are going to put love. So from our crown chakra, we are going to receive the cosmic energy like in a light, white, radiant energy is coming to us. You can visualize coming from the universe, from God, from the goddess, from the angels, from Mary Magdalene, Jesus Christ. And then you are going to receive this shower of healing energy that is going to go through all your cells, from your hair, your neurons, your brain, your eyes, your face, your throat, your chest, your stomach, your hips, your legs, your knees, and your toes. And now you are surrounded by this white healing energy. And you find peace in your heart. You find the space for you, where you know you are unconditionally loved. With this white energy, light, you are protected as well. Nothing can come your way that is not positive and with love. because you are now in a high vibration. You can feel this energy in your hands. In your feet, in your eyes. And we are ready now to open our third eye. So our third eye is always here. You can visualize it like a crystal or like a diamond with the color is coming to you, or maybe you choose a color. So what we need to do to use it is just to polish it. So we just polish it, clean it a little bit, just to have our third eye clear, crystalline, that you can see from there other dimensions. Very good. And now we go to our heart. We put our hands in our heart if you want. And now it's time just to accept yourself, to be with yourself. And now that we just release all the tensions, we receive the cosmic energy. Just, my darling, be with yourself. Talk to yourself. Love yourself. Be gentle and patient with yourself. It was beautiful. I think now we are in a good place to just explain very briefly about past lives, about reincarnations, about past life regressions, and to have the experience of a past life regression. So everybody knows what is a reincarnation, but it's called as well reincarnation, it's called as well rebirth or transmigration. Is an old concept that it comes probably from India or beyond the Upanishads, the sacred scriptures of the Upanishad. They started to talk about it. And then from there, they were this concept of reincarnations of past lives to the main religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And it's surprising, but yes, in the main religions as well, it has been groups that they develop or they believe in this concept, but it's in the old Christianity, old Judaism, old Islam. Now it's completely different, and in the way we were taught, if we were Christians, Jews, or Muslims, is nothing about it. But I want that you know that yes, there were groups that they were putting in practice reincarnations theory or reincarnations meditation practices, and it was very important. Even Pythagoras, Socrates, Plato in the old classic Greece, they were working with the concept, but they have different name, and it was called metempsychosis. That means that the soul that travels. And so we know through India and Tibet more about all history, all the process of reincarnations, because they have more theory than any other culture. I suppose you remember when the Tibetan Buddhism was in vogue in the 90s, and then there was like how they were choosing the new Lama when one old Lama died. And I suppose you remember when they believed that one child, it was the reincarnation of the next Lama. This child has to pass a few tests to know if he was the real reincarnation. And in this test, it was like to choose one object that belonged to the Lama who just died, or maybe to talk about some scriptures that or mantras that the Lama was more conscious, more believer in, more practical in that sense. So all these practices is part of everyday life, and if you go to India, it's different as well. You know, there are many stories that you can check on internet, on YouTube, and there are books when children remember exactly details of a past life regression. So saying that, I suppose you know the word samsara. Samsara is an Hindu term that it means the whole cycle of lives that we have to go through until we can achieve the enlightenment, meaning that we have been learning all we have to learn, all the spiritual tests that we had to pass in our lives. Yes, that sometimes is like a never-ending spiritual testing, but here we are. Yes, and of course, these things is better to experience it. Yes, and to feel them rather than to say, oh, I believe or I don't believe. You have to experience it and to see from there and to get the better what is best for you, basically, with all of this. Because at the end of the day, we are humans, okay? So our knowledge and our cosmic knowledge is limited. Yes, we are just humble human beings, but we are spiritual beings, and our subconscious, our higher self, always knows better. So if we trust in our higher self, we are okay. But it's difficult because the mind is taka, 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 taka. Yes. So I am going to say a little bit about my experience with regressions from basically 2009, 2010 to 2013. I was doing regressions with this professor that he's my friend as well, is Dr. Vicente Ortiz Oria in Salamanca. So for every week I was doing a regression with him, and he was following the Brian Weiss protocol that we'll talk later. And he is a specialist in psychoanalysis, all the classical psychoanalysis, Freud, Jung, Lacan, and he has been published more than 20 books. When he has a huge CV, but he's a very good spiritual person. So with him, I was doing these regressions. And at the beginning, of course, it was about past lives. But then when I was going every week, it was more than that. It's because it's like a door is open, and at the end, it was not just, oh, about past life. It was about mediumship. I was talking, I don't know, with a spirit, or I was healing someone, or I was as well like some spiritual testing, like experiences, like had to go from different levels. So and at the end, it was more like, oh, you know, I was, I don't know, an Edwardian lady, English Edwardian lady, or I was a gypsy. It was more than that. It was deeper, and also it helped me a lot with anxiety and to know what I wanted to do as well with my life. So it was very positive experience, um, and and then with all these regressions that I did during these 3 years, Vicente Ortiz Oria, what he did, he stored them in a book. He wrote a book based on my regressions. And this book is called in Spanish, Hipnosis Regresiva. So here is all the experiences I have from the past lives to mediumship, even to healing, all this spiritual test. And so one of the experiences that we were very surprised is that in one session, not at the beginning, maybe 6 months, 7 months later, it was the spirit, or we can call part of the soul of Marilyn Monroe came about. So it was for a few sessions, she started to come, and at the end, she was there to help us. And to tell us things about her life, or to help us. As well, appears another professor that he died, and he was a famous Spanish professor. He was Vicente's teacher. And so they were part of the regressions. They were there. But then later, I thought, well, because, I can think, oh, it's my memory. Maybe my memory have some images of Marilyn Monroe, but really, I never have affinity with Marilyn Monroe. I like more other Hollywood film stars like Rita Hayworth or Vivian Leigh. Marilyn Monroe was okay, but from there, she became like a colleague. So, and I knew that sometimes she was giving these messages. If in a situation of my life, like for example, I had to decide something, suddenly there was a picture, a photo of her, because there are millions. But she was there in the exact moment to tell me, you are in the right path. Stay there. Say yes. So it's just just to tell you, because this really happened. I don't like to tell things about my spiritual experiences so much, because I think all of us, we have it, and at the end of the day, it's part what we are. But I think sometimes I need to open a little bit. Okay, so Vicente Ortiz Oria, this professor hypnotherapist, he was working with the protocol of Brian Weiss, and I suppose most of you know who is Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss as well, he was a doctor, he was a professor, and he started to, in his therapies, he started to notice that his patients started to go to past lives and then resolve something. So he started to work with that, and for many years. And at the end, he wrote these 2 books, Many Lives, Many Masters, Only Love is Real. I recommend them. If you are interested in this subject, I think they are the main ones, basically, plus Michael Newton, Destiny of Souls. But Many Lives, Many Masters is very easy to read, and you will know how he did his therapy, and and you will have more idea what is this base. His second book that I am mentioning here, Only Love is Real, is a beautiful book. If you like romance, it's so beautiful how through the hypnotherapy, through past life regressions, 2 persons, they met and they married, and everything happened like twin flames with a happy ending. That is what we like. So, what past life regressions can do for us? They can unlock energies or traumas that we are not aware of, so we can understand ourselves better, we can heal ourselves, and we can improve our relationships with others, with family, with partners, with friends, reduce anxiety and stress, connect. Is there is a possibility as well to connect with other spiritual guides, like it happened to me with um, with the regressions I was talking about during these 3 years as well. Some spiritual guys came, like, oh my God, okay, it's fine, come here, yes, to help me. And also curiosity about history, because I remember the first sessions when it was just about past lives. Oh, I was living in, I don't know, in France. It's okay. So I was going to Google and researching about this time, this period, and this country. So it was just a big motivation to know more, even fashion. And also learning to trust to our inner higher self. And again, it's very important, the trust. So how can we become aware of past lives? Well, what we are going to do today is a past life regression, but be aware, observe when you have this attraction, familiarity, affinity with a historic period, a country, a city, a historical character, or maybe fashion, language. Maybe it's easy for you to learn one language because you love the sound. Many people, they are into here in Europe with the Italian, of course, a Roman Empire. Maybe it comes more that side. One object, sometimes when we go to charity shops, antique shops, we are attracted to one object. Is the object attracting to us, or we are attracted to the object? Or maybe a film. Just films. Nowadays, with all this technology, the films is easy. It's very easy just to open yourself and to experience. Maybe one film about the 40s during the Second World War is so meaningful for you. So just be aware. And of course, the deja vu. When you go to a place and you recognize the place and you say, I have been here. Or repeated dreams. Sometimes we have repeated dreams about the same place, the same people. Be aware of that. And also phobias. Brian Weiss in his books mentions so many phobias that they are related to past life regressions. Like, for example, if you have difficulty to breathe, or you have asthma, and maybe you were harmed in a past life, or you are scared of the spiders, maybe you were killed or you were died because a spider sting that it was infected. Who knows? Or with the water, yes, or fire, yes, claustrophobic, okay, we are living like that. So, for example, and also sometimes when we are researching in Google, sometimes we have so many images. Like, for example, when I am doing the workshops about the goddesses, I always say, check images and find the one who resonates with you. So it's the same. Just check, for example, with historical characters. Are you more familiar with Henry VIII, or with Jane Austen, or with the Empress Sisi, or with Cleopatra? Or maybe you love the Roman Empire and you like everything about Rome. And the funny thing is sometimes as well is like with the new technologies, I suppose you saw it, And with all these applications that you can put your photo and then you can relate to another photos of other people. So there is these photos in Google with famous people like John Travolta, that for example, they found a photo of an 18th century, 19th century guy that he has similar face. So, you know, as well, the social media is exaggerate and things, but it's interesting. You can have fun, and you can have fun as well practicing with yourself. You put your photo there in Google, and Google is going to research the one that they are similar to you. So it's like a game, you know, because what I like is like to play with it. We cannot take it seriously. Yes, what we can take seriously is what we can learn about the experience. That's all. The rest, just play with it. So in a moment, we are going to start with the past life regression. So I am going to give some advices, tips to help you. When we are going to be in this meditation trance mood, if an image came to you, or a sound, or a feeling, just follow that thread. Follow that thread to know, to check what is going to take you. Because if you see, for example, just an example, an image of a castle is coming to you, if you follow the castle, that will be another image, and that will be a long thread. And don't worry if it is, you think your mind is going to think, oh, it's your imagination, oh, it's your fantasy, oh, it's just memory. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's your higher self talking to you. So just enjoy and try not to judge with the mind. Okay, another thing that can happen is like, for example, you are in an uncomfortable situation. We are going back to a past life that it was not all like beans and happiness. So maybe it's going to be uncomfortable. Well, if you don't want to be there, just come back to the garden, that we are going to be in a beautiful garden first. Come back and start again. You are going to be in control all the time. You are going to be relaxed, aware, and at the end, you are going to remember everything. And always it's good to write it down later, just to remember, or maybe something that you can understand today, you can understand in a few weeks, you know, because the information that it comes to us from our higher self, as I said, is limited. So, and there is no time and space. So maybe something that you don't understand today, it makes sense. It will be filling the piece of the puzzle a few weeks later. So that's it. It's for me, just to stop talking, and we are going to the guided visualization. And again, please feel comfortable, lay down if you want, close your eyes. And enjoy the ride. We are going to start breathing in and breathing out again, just a little bit to help us to be in that state where we were before, surrounded by the white healing energy. When we're feeling free and light, Our body is relaxed, our shoulders, neck, abdomen, legs, knees. So we are going to go deeply, deeply in relaxation, tranquility. We feel safe, we feel happy, and we are going to call now for the samsara to have the experience, to have the knowledge of a past life. So close where you are now, sit down or lay down. There is going to be stairs, a beautiful staircase that is going to take you down to Mother Earth. And this beautiful staircase, it has 10 stairs. So we are going to go down one by one. 10, first step, we are so relaxed. The staircase is beautiful. You can visualize this as it comes to you. 9, 8, 7, slowly, we are going slowly and relax. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. At the end of the stairs, there is a door. You open the door and you are now in a beautiful garden. This beautiful garden is green. There are fruit trees, benches, roses, lavender. You are walking through this garden and you can smell the roses. I leave you a little bit there just to enjoy this garden. That is your garden. There is a well as well. And as I said, there are benches, so places to rest. Find a place to rest. Touch with your feet the ground, the grass, Mother Earth. Okay. And in front of you, there is the mirror. Beautiful mirror, big, large. And in this mirror, there is an inside light, a reflection with radiant light. And you are going to look at the mirror, and you are going to see that inside the mirror there are many mirrors, many reflections, and in each reflection is one of your past lives. So you are going to choose one, and you are going to go there. And we are going to do to the count of 5. And then you will go inside the mirror to one of these reflections, and you will be in a past life. Ready to take off? 5, 4, you go into the mirror. 3, 2, you are now in the mirror. 1. Okay, you're there, my darling. You are now in a different landscape. Check your appearance. Start with your feet. What you are wearing? Are you wearing sandals? Are you wearing shoes? Are you barefoot? Check your hands now. They are different. Maybe they are like still you are a woman or still you are a man. Maybe you are black or maybe you are white. Check now what you are wearing. And how do you feel? And now you are ready to examine, to observe the landscape. Where you are? Are you in a place? Are you in a landscape? Do you know the country? Are you on your own? If there is a situation that you don't understand, you can move backwards or forwards in time. Remember, you are in control. And if you want to experience another life, because maybe that one doesn't say much, maybe it's a bit painful, just go back to the garden and go to the mirror to another one. So I leave you now to have your own experience. I am still here with you, and I am keeping the energy, right? So you are safe. slowly, slowly, we are coming back to the mirror. And we are going out from the mirror to the garden where we were resting, where we were touching the grass and smelling the roses. And it's time to go back. So we are going to, yes, to find the stairs again, the 10 stairs of the staircase. And we are coming back to the place where you are. You are going to remember everything. You are going to feel that you have lots of energy, that you are very happy, and you just want to laugh. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ready, 2, 1. So now you come back to your body, to the chair where you are. You can open your eyes. You can touch your hands, your body. You can move your arms. Just to be awake now. I hope you have a great experience. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have beautiful past life. I would like to know if any of you were Cleopatra or Napoleon or who knows. You can write me. Yes. You can write to me in private if you want to let me know how was your experience, what did you learn, or maybe you don't understand something, maybe I can help you. And just to say that I do past life regression sessions. I was doing on my home, but obviously now I do it online. I can do them on Zoom. And it's everything in my webpage, Sonia Sarkali Psychic. And also I wish you a beautiful week. I will see you next week, next Sunday at 12 o'clock. I will be here with a new subject. And you are interested that I do something specific, like a goddess or one of these themes, just let me know as well. And remember to spread the love, spread the unconditional life. And I am going to finish with this quote. Each lifetime, we will return to walk in the shoes of a different culture until we understand our oneness. And at the end of the day, we are all one. So I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I see you next week. Bye-bye.